Hey Libra, Everlong Mystic here. Today we're gonna get you a message about a gremlin bell. So it's gonna be kind of like a metaphorical gremlin bell. But if you don't know what a gremlin bell is, it's like present day. It's a bell that is usually hung from like a motorcycle, and its intention is to prevent road gremlins from getting on the bike and causing problems, right? So, and it's like the ringing of the bell is what kind of knocks the gremlin off the bike. But that actually came from the like World War II pilots, where I think that's where gremlins were really blamed for wreaking havoc on like mechanical electrical failures and stuff like that. Just basically things that are not explained. Oh, one more. Things that are not explained. So there's like kind of like this gap where it's like no explanation, and that gap is the where the gremlin kind of comes in. So if we have a gremlin, here's your gremlin bell right here. If we have the gremlin bell, we need a gremlin, right? So we're gonna get you one so we can take a look at your gremlin, and I'm gonna use my gremlin playing cards. So we'll look at your gremlin first, and then we'll look at the bell and your relation to it and all that fun stuff. All right, so Libra, your gremlin. What is Libra's gremlin? What is Libra's? Oh, we have two. Huh. You know, I generally don't take two for the gremlin. It's usually one card, but we're gonna take two because it's interesting that you got 10-10, and these cards have been shuffled. So 10-10. So we have what would be the 10 of Wands, which is that super burdeny card, except there is the gremlin on this card is sitting there with his popcorn and his drink, and he's really enjoying the show. It's like, this gremlin like really enjoys watching you struggle, which is not very nice. And then, but then we have this 10 of what would be pentacles, right? Where it's the sweet little mogwai, and it seems like this is like either like future or your intention. It's like your intention versus the gremlin's intention. And here it's almost like there's another gremlin. Oh, maybe that's why there's two cards. That is interesting. So there's a gremlin here watching the show, watching you struggle, enjoying every minute of it, right? And look, it's like there's another gremlin coming in to add more wands to the struggle. It's like adding fuel to the fire. What a pest, Libra. Your gremlin is a pest. Ugh. And meanwhile, Libra, you're just like you're trying to get your 10 of pentacles going on, right? It's like, man, I'm working, like I'm working for the weekend, or I'm working for, my retirement, or, that kind of thing. And anyways, so this here is a clarifier card for the gremlin. So, oh my gosh, that is so weird. Okay, so as soon as I flipped this card over, I didn't even really see the suit or whatever. I just saw the lady there, and I immediately thought, Ding Dong the Witch is dead. Like, Wizard of Oz. Ding Dong the Witch is dead. So, I don't know. I don't know what this gremlin is for you, because this is all like super, like, these are all just metaphors, right? I'm not talking about this, this literal gremlin or whatever, but it's the Page of Swords. So this Page of Swords, it's like, that new, like, I don't know, it kind of feels like epiphany though. It's almost like there's some kind of epiphany that's had between like your intention or your end results and experiencing this gremlin. There's like an epiphany, like there's an epiphany in the middle here, and it's a realization. And once you have that realization, it's like ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch being, you know, it might as well be ding dong, the gremlin's dead or whatever. You know what I mean? So this is kind of cool because your Libra, your Gremlin Bell reading is going very differently already than all the others so far. Kind of like it. All right. So this card right here, this placement is what strengthens your bell, and your Gremlin Bell is what protects you from the gremlins, right? So we have Five of Swords here. So I see this Five of Swords here, Libra, as it's like a way. So the what protects or strengthens, actually what strengthens your Gremlin Bell is, it looks like it's you paying attention to the motives of others. Because here we have a nice picture of, well, a clear picture. It's not exactly nice, but we have a clear picture of your gremlin's intention here, and then we have a clear picture of your intention here. And so what strengthens your gremlin bell is you paying attention, and you're outside of this picture. This is not you. This would be others, right? So it's you paying attention to the motives of others. Like what like really using your intuition and kind of filling in the gaps, because if you don't consciously try to fill in the gaps but doing it smartly, right? Because we have some swords here, it's like you have to use logic and intuition, because otherwise you're just gonna, if you use too much swords, you're gonna overthink things, and that doesn't work either. But really being in tune to like the intentions and the motivations behind things, not just like the picture of what they're doing. So there's that. All right. So here we have what is this one? Oh, this is the gap. So this is that gap, that the unexplainable thing, right? Well, I have no idea what caused this malfunction, so it must be a gremlin, and that's how this gremlin gets in. And we're going to see what this gap is. All right, so we have Six of Swords. And this is interesting because in this Six of Swords, I mean, like most of us know the traditional pictorial representation of a Six of Swords, where you're in a boat, the boat's full of swords, you're leaving a situation or you're going somewhere, maybe someone's helping you. But this is different. Because look, the boat is way down here, and it looks like there's just one person in the boat. And it's just so tiny compared to the whole scene here. It's almost like being late. I don't know, it feels like there's some kind of delay here, or being late. Because it's almost like this is you're on this bird, you're like, holy crap, how am I gonna get to that boat? He's waiting for me so he can take me over here. Like, it doesn't have to be a he, but it's like you're trying to make your way to the boat so you can leave, so you can go somewhere, you can leave, you can whatever. But like the ocean is churning, the water is churning. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like feeling you're not gonna get there, or you're gonna be late to the party. So it's almost like FOMO. It's like you've got this FOMO gap. You've got like a FOMO gap, and that's when you let that like kind of take over you. Like, oh, I'm gonna miss out. I gotta hurry. I'm gonna miss out. Then that's when this gremlin comes in, and He basically just laughs at you while you're struggling and does things to make it worse. Alright, so this here, Libra, is your connection to the bell. And generally, with most of the readings, it's been a spiritual connection, right? Either like a connection to your higher self, or like how this bell is linked to you, or it just could be how you're linked to protecting yourself in general. Eight of Swords. Well, this isn't okay. That's actually pretty cool. Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is like this. It's self-imposed. So the connection, it's like you choose. This is your choice. You choose to protect yourself. You choose to use your intuition and your knowledge and your wisdom to strengthen your bell. So it's a choice. It's like you choose this. This is self-imposed. This bell is there for a reason. You have very good intentions when it comes to protection. It feels very solid. It doesn't really feel like the traditional, Eight of Swords meaning, but it's like I'm just getting self-imposed here. All right. So this placement here is how you use that connection. So how are you using this intentional bell? Page of Pentacles. Oh. Look at you. Look. So Libra, you're holding a key and you're touching the earth. So it's like you use that is really cool. I'm just getting like a very thin, fine wave of goosebumps, kind of like coming up like from my feet, all going up. It's like, oh, and like coming up from the earth. That is so cool. But it's like you're using your connection to ground yourself. And it's like you're using it to get it's weird. It's like you use your connection to your bell to help ground yourself and actually receive. It's like receive some kind of, I don't know if it's just healing energy or if it's some kind of energetic wisdom or something from the earth, but it's really cool and it's very beneficial to you because I'm just seeing this flower here as a sunflower. It's very, well, not very. I mean, it's kind of like the Queen of Wands, but like a very grounded. Like think of like a very grounded Queen of Wands, which she's pretty grounded anyways, but still, that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting also from that. It's pretty cool, and that key is really awesome too, because it's like the key, like in Lenormand, it just represents like this it's a key component, a key piece of knowledge. And so it's important. And it's like you're aware of that. And that's, I mean, it ties in. This is a really cool bell. All right. So the last placement here is what knocks out the gremlin. So it's actually the ringing. It's the ringing of the bell that knocks out that gremlin, right? So what's the bell? What's the ringing? What is the ringing for you? Oh, look at you. Very cool. So you have 10 of swords. And look, that is your third 10. You have 10, 10, 10. But this is the coolest. This is the coolest 10 of swords ever. Because, normally the 10 of swords is like, oh my gosh, I'm just completely decimated. And you know what? That's what this effing gremlin wants. He wants to sit back, eat his popcorn, and watch you ruin yourself. You know what I mean? But it's like, but you're like, it's like you've got wise man, you have owl, and this owl is has mastered these swords. It's like this owl knows exactly what every sword was, every time there was FOMO present, this it's like a standoff, you know what I mean? But it's like a standoff between two good things. So it's like it can't go wrong. You know what I mean? This feels like win-win for you. Win-win-win. It's very doubly. It's very doubly because you're the only one so far that's had a double gremlin. Well, not a double gremlin. Well, yeah, it is a double gremlin because you've got two gremlins here. One here helping, one here too. Anyway, so Libra, this is really cool. You've got this in the bag. You've got this in the bag. Your gremlin bell is awesome. So this is your gremlin bell reading, and I am doing bonus readings for this series, and my criteria for a bonus reading is the icky cards. I figured, hey, gremlins, let's pick the icky cards. So, death, devil, tower, nine of swords, 10 of swords, 3 of swords. And you have the 10 of swords. Even though this is the prettiest 10 of swords, still qualifies. So, we're going to get you a bonus reading, Libra, and I am going to use one of my cutest and sweetest little tarot decks I have. And it's going to be just a different reading, kind of just what you need to know. You know, it's not going to be a reading that is a continuation of this one. All right, Libra, this is your message. Thank you for embracing your inner mystic, and I'll see you next time.